Grocery stores around America just found another way to trap y'all asses in. So don't go over there stealing. Grocery stores is about to trap y'all asses off with this new AI grocery cart. Let's just say that not only is it AI, it watches everything that you do. Everything that you pick up and put into that cart, it knows. Mind you, it monitors every single aisle that you walk down. And Instacart is to blame. These things come with fully equipped cameras. You got cameras pointing inside the cart. You got cameras pointing right directly at your face. So that means it knows what you look like. That means it knows what you're shopping for. And it's also tracking you. Anywhere you move into that store, it knows where you're at. So what else does that mean? That means if you're trying to steal, if you take a little taste, they're going to know. And they're going to lock your ass up. Mind you, they're already in multiple cities. They're already in ShopRite. They're already in Kroger's. They're already in Wegmans. Next thing, Walmart. Then, to make it so bad, knowing that people can't control themselves when they get in front of technology, what do? General Mills start running ads. They're running ads for you to spend more and more and more of your money. And then after all that, you got to ask yourself this. If this card is recording, which it is, how long are these people keeping the footage? Instacart wouldn't answer that question. Pay attention.
First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rikah Kwadash, and double honors to those great millstone, while I learned His truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom. Come back here today with another great and powerful lesson through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. The type of day lesson is Intacart, grocery store AI shopping cart. Hope to sweep you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. So before we get started, I have a quick AI overview. Also, I have some articles that is connected to it. So let's get started. It says here, AI-powered smart shopping carts are high-tech grocery carts that allow you to scan items, track your spending budget in real time, and skip the traditional checkout line. So completely. So instead of relying on a complex network of ceiling cameras like Amazon Go, just walk out store. It says these smart carts coordinated all the necessary hardware directly into the cart itself. So we seeing right now that we are more closer than ever them transitioning into this new digital biometric system. And also we know this is going to work hand in hand with that digital ID, and also with that grain of rice, that chip shall go into your right hand or your forehead. So we seeing right now, this is, the beginning stages. They're starting in the grocery store. You already know you will not be able to buy or sell. Most places where you go buy and sell is what? It's grocery stores, So, your food, your water, your clothing, your medication, and so forth. So we seeing right now they are transitioning, We're seeing that a reset is coming into play. Also, we already knowing about what's happening over there in the Straits of Hormuz. They're saying, I think they're saying 4 weeks, before the oil run out. So we seeing all of a sudden now they putting all this this AI integration into place. So we're not ignorant of Satan's device. And also we know that he's getting ready to roll out his plan, which in fact is total control, the NWO. So let's start back up. It said major grocery chains, including ShopRite, said Wegmans, it says, and Wise Markets have actively rolled out these automated carts to enhance convenience for shoppers. So this is how they're going to give it to you. It's more convenient, very, you just walk in and you walk out. You pay for it right there at the court. And, it totals up everything. So we already know that this is going to take away the cashier, so a lot of people are going to lose their job. So we seeing this AI takeover. This is all by design. So we seeing now they're putting these data centers into place. We already know that Palantir is running a whole lot of this. So all this is all a part of the plan. All these CEOs, so these major tech companies are coming together, bringing forth this technology, integrating it, to put you in a digital prison. So once they get everything up and running, then they come in with that grain of rice. It's 5G blockchain technology. This implantable technology under your skin. So we are very close. Constantly warning you left and right, but a lot of people, they go, oh man, this is very cool, man. This is very trending, man. I can just walk in. I don't have to worry about any lines anymore. It's quick and convenient. Walk in and walk out, they give me my total right then. But guess what? They're tracking you. And also they have the GPS on those carts. So, they're keeping up with all your movement. Then if you are wanted or whatever, have any type of warrants or you wanted by anyone, they're going to report you, so these things are already in place, already started with the automobiles, also starting in 2027, that, it's going to be AI integrated, whereby face recognition, eye retina scan, palm and palm and fingerprint scanning, dealing with your biometrics, man. It's already here in place. So what if some don't believe? No matter what you think or what you don't believe, it is going to happen. It says, how smart card works. It says smart card acts like a self checkout line on wheels, that functioning through an integrated system of edge computing, hardware, sensors, and software. So we already know they're going to have sensors on it, GPS tracking, these different cameras on that. And also they're going to have those, eventually, they already got them in Walmart, those RFID sensors. So, they already putting all this technology, all this hardware they're putting in place, So when they get ready to reset everything, the other system is going to come right online. So, the devil's getting ready to fill his belly. His agenda, his plan. Said computer vision and cameras. Said multiple built-in baskets. Said built in the basket facing cameras. Said use AI and computer vision algorithm. Said algorithm. I hope I'm saying it right. Said to instantly recognize and scan items the moment you place them inside. So basically once you set it, you put it in the in that cart, it'll just automatic give you, ring it up. It's scanning, and it also is giving you the price, and also it will give you your total. So we seeing how this going. Algorithm. So we see that we're very close at weight sensors and scales. It said the entire cart basket functions as a digital scale. It said this allows you to weigh loose produce directly in the aisles and serve as a security feature to ensure the weight matches the scanned item. So you got some type of produce or whatever, it'll just automatic scan and give you the right weight and the right price for it. So we're seeing right now that we are very close to this beast system. It's here, it's at the door. Said interactive touchscreen. Said a tablet sized screen attached to the handlebar that displays your running total. Said lets you search for items and interface with the store inventory. So they constantly tracking you. You try to take anything, it got you right there on camera. You know what I'm saying? Also, it's going to be dealing with your face recognition. Also, so then you're going to have to watch what you're saying. In the store, speaking, saying certain things. It's so we're coming into a surveillance state. We're coming into a police state. It's going to be digital programmer, also implantable, also massive AI surveillance. You know what I'm saying? We seeing it right now. This technology. It says it's an in-court check. It's an in-court checkout. So you can check out your item right there in the court. So once you finish shopping, you pay directly on the handlebar. said payment terminals via a credit card, mobile wallet, or RFD microchip, so are a pre-saved payment method linked to your store or loyalty account, so bypassing the checkout lane entirely. So you're seeing right now that this place is going to be totally AI. No need for human intervention. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have these cameras, everything watching you. You know what I'm saying? So it's something they feel deemed. You say if you wanted to whatever, like, they can just lock. They can just, right there while you're in the store. You know what I'm saying? They can lock the doors. You know what I'm saying? So this is. We getting here, man. You know what I'm saying? The devil should cast some of you into prison. They already have these things already into place. So we already know that we're very close to that RFD microchip, which in fact is the mark of the beast. Let's see here, industry leaders and deployments. It said the smart card market is primarily driven by technology providers partnering directly with established supermarket brands. So it's all a part of the plan. So we already know it's going to be nationwide and it's going to be global. It's going to be universal. You know what I'm saying? He calls us all both great and small, rich and poor. You know what I'm saying? It's coming, man. We constantly warning you left and right. It's an Instacart and Capacart. Capacarts are the most widely deployed AI carts. They utilize Nevada Jetson AI hardware said to power their continuous learning system. So that Nevada, if I'm not mistaken, I think I put up a video about that. It's like a mini data center, So we seeing these things, man, coming up very fast and very quickly. It's all a part of the plan. So they are actively pilot or deployed at Wegmans, ShopRite, Wise Market, and Shermox. It says Vive, founded by former Amazon engineer Vive, provides smart cart that can increase store average basket size while dropping the shopper trip time. So we're seeing, man, that's all I'm gonna get at that, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. You can always go back and look at this report, man. So we're seeing right now that we're here, so we know that this is going to be globally, you know what I'm saying? You're seeing now they are merging all this technology with all these different, like the supermarket. It's going to be pretty much everywhere. Your banking, all this is going to merge under this system, they're putting into place. So we're seeing this here, Let me see, let's go into some of this articles. I'm just going to show some of these articles, Oh, man, let's go back out and hit something. Let's see. Let me go back out. Oh, man. Let's go back. Let's see, can I get it to come up? Let's see here. Let's go. I think this is the one right here. Let's see what we got here. This one I want to show you. See, this one right here. It said grocery store. This is here about futurism. It said grocery store deploying AI. It's okay. It says grocery store deploying AI shopping cart stuffed with cameras and to track your exact coordinates and bombard you with ads. So it's showing you a picture of that little cart right there. We're not gonna go into. We're gonna read this first little paragraph right here. It said whether you're dodging flock cameras on the freeway, says ever listening smartphone said in your pocket, or AI bots said all the drive-throughs is nearly impossible to avoid some type of AI integrated device these days. So we seeing right now AI is constantly slowly taking over everything. So we know right now we're coming upon this new digital biometric system, so a lot of people, thinking that it's not going to happen, but guess what? It's happening right before your eyes. So that cart right there, you see that little cart right there, you got the cameras in the front, and also it has that tablet on the handlebar where you look at your items and also your total right there. So it give you your total and everything right there, and you walk straight out the store. But if you don't pay for something, whatever that, it can easily dispatch law enforcement. So we seeing right now, we just gonna be total control. So now let's go here and get a few precepts. Sorry about the longevity of it, but it's trying to bring out the point. So we seeing more than ever that we're here. And also, I put up a video yesterday about the Benadryl challenge, whereby it's going to be leading into social media, whereby they will be able to restrict your access to social media without having a digital ID, proving your identity. So we're seeing how all these things is coming together. So let's start here. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 8 said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So it's better the end of a thing. So we know that we're at the end of this thing. We're seeing that the prophecies are speaking loud and clear. We know right now that, we're at the beginning stages, the beginning of sorrow, the rumors of war, prophecies are coming together left and right, we're here, man. Let's read it once again. It said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So we knowing right now that we're here, man. These things are right before our eyes. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. Let's get this right here, because we still have a lot of people that don't believe it. It does not matter if you do not believe or not. These things are going to happen, because the Bible is a true book. That's what we constantly warning you about left and right. In the middle of the Lord, we seeing it happening right before our eyes. Let's get this right here. Romans chapter 3 and verse 3 said, for what if some did not believe? Said, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Almighty without effect? It's not going to change a damn thing. As it is written, it shall come to pass. So no matter how you buck up or how you despise or whatever you say or whatever you do, it does not matter. It's going to come to pass. The Lord is also getting ready to bring forth judgment like we have never seen before. Verse 4 said, God forbid, yea, let God be true, said, but every man a liar, said, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sin and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So one thing about it is that we know right now that they're speaking loud and clear. We're at the end of this thing. We're seeing right now Bible prophecies, lining up. They bringing forth this AI integration all over the place. These AI data centers are popping up left and right. This technology is right before your eyes, so we already knowing that we're here. They're saying within months they're going to have all this set up. And also we constantly hearing about that we coming upon a great economic collapse, a time of trouble that we've never seen before. So now let's go back to the videos.
Grocery stores are now deploying AI shopping carts with cameras to track your exact coordinates and to bombard you with ads. Imagine that, a camera directly in your face while you're shopping and a camera right in your shopping cart, and it's tracking all of your purchases of what you are spending. There's a complete surveillance state that wants to monitor and control everything that you do. They want to take away all your rights. You don't have none. We know this is located in at least 15 states. Where's this data going? That's my question. Where is this information going? You better not have no conversations around it, not no serious ones. Where's this information going? Grocery stores are now deploying.
Do you guys want to hear something scary? So I've been working on a paper about Walmart and facial recognition, like technology and surveillance in the self-checkout lines, right? What you didn't know is that Walmart works with a company called Clearview AI. Clearview AI has a database that collects photos from every social media platform all around the world. Clearview AI gives this information to Walmart, and Walmart will compare that information and those photos to their facial recognition databases. So if you are stealing in Walmart and your face is on social media, they're gonna get you. Not only do they have all of this information from Clearview AI, but they also have retina and iris scanners in the self-checkout lines. And there is currently a lawsuit pending about all of this. Not only are these software stealing your biometric data, but they are also very discriminatory. If you are a darker skinned female, you have a 35% higher chance of being arrested due to errors in the AI systems. And if you're a lighter skinned male, well, the error rate is less than 1%. Now, some of you may make the argument that there is no expectation of privacy in public or online, but harvesting biometric data without consent?
Got one more video to show y'all. Let me see, can I go back to it? Let's see. Let me go back to it. It's another one I want to show y'all right quick.
It looks like we might now actually be approaching the moment of truth. The moment where we find...
Let's see, that's not the one. This is it right here.
Y'all need to take a look at this right here. They're going to be transitioning, which they've already started in Kroger's, ShopRite, some Aldi's throughout the country. They're going to be changing and transitioning completely into AI grocery carts, meaning they're going to be scanning your face, watching everything you do. If you take a lick of something and don't pay for it, it'll call the cops without you even knowing. What they're trying to do is basically they're going to hold your information for X amount of time, what you look like, your face, and it's going to recognize you when you sign back in. If you look on the left side of the cart, there's a payment computer where you tap your card, and so all your information is going to be stored, and it's going to remember what you like to purchase after X amount of shops. Therefore, let's say you like to buy ice cream a lot, it's going to increase that price on that certain ice cream just because it knows that you like it, and you're not going to know the prices because they're not going to be on the aisles. They're going to be on the computer screen in front of you. Man, this stuff is getting pretty wild. I mean, every single thing is going to be converted into AI in just a matter of months. This is wild. I mean, I don't like the idea of being on camera 24/7 with everything that we do. That's the problem I'm having. There's no privacy. You drive to the grocery store, you're going to, on new 2027 car models and up, all of it's going to be AI controlled. You have your flock cameras that are going to be knowing exactly where you are, what time, what speed, what distance, every single thing that you're doing. Now you get out of the car driving to the grocery store, you're immediately watched on cameras. You get inside, you have to sign in on your grocery cart immediately on camera. I mean, do you see what I'm saying here? The control, it's getting out of hand.
So we're seeing now they're merging all this technology, with all these different companies, so we knowing that we're more closer than ever. These things are happening, and also they have, I think already in Kroger, they have these, what you call these digital price tag where they can change the price at random. So it's going to be total control, man. That's what we constantly warn you. Everything is merging into this new system, everything. So, basically, you're not being a participant of this new technology, and you're going to be locked out of this system. And also, a lot of people are going to starve to death. Some people are going to be placing these so-called concentration camps, and also a lot of people are going to be unalive. So let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 12. We're going to go straight to the point, verse 27. Ezekiel chapter 12 and verse 27. It says here, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say the vision that he sees is for many days to come. So, and he prophesies of the time that are far off. So, a lot of our people, that's what they're saying, that this is not going to happen in their lifetime. It's very far. We still have time. It's not going to happen right now. But guess what? It's happening right before our eyes. It's going to happen within weeks and months. It's already here. You know what I'm saying? All they have to do is announce it, so they put it in place right before your eyes, and a lot of people are still asleep, are still day walking, still what you call this bread and circus show, are still in the matrix, are still sleeping. And one thing about it, it's happening right before our eyes, so I like, that's, our people are very rebellious, so the Lord already know that they're stiff-necked, our people, they're they quick to do evil, but they hate the good, At verse 28, it said, therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord power, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Abishai, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord power, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Abishai. So the Lord's getting ready to perform, everything, every prophecy is getting ready to be fulfilled very soon. Also, we're seeing right now they're speaking loud and clear, you know what I'm saying? We know it's obvious and clear that we're here, man. We're living in the end time, real time. That's what we constantly warn you about, left and right. And RFD microchip is right around the corner. It's here, man. It's technology's here. We seeing it setting up this digital prison right before our eyes, man. A lot of things out. See how they putting it in the grocery store? And so this line up perfectly with what? Revelation chapter 13. We're just going to we're not going to go all the way deep in it like I did the other day. We're just going to run through it right quick. But we pretty much we bringing out this every day, man. This is where we at, man. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. It said, and he causes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So we already know it. You're seeing now with this smart card, which in fact when you go into the acronym SMART, it goes into self monitoring, analysis, reporting, and technology. That's exactly what it means. It's going into surveillance. You know what I'm saying? Surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting, and technology. That's what it goes into. So we're seeing, this is where we at. We're coming into that time that we have never seen for the hour of testing. So right here, when it said he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So we already saying that this system is going to be nationwide, but it's going to be globally. It's going to be universal. It said free and bond to receive a mark, the charagma, in their right hand or in their forehead. So we're coming upon that time whereby, these implantable devices, they are already here. We know about the Neuralink, we know about the RFD microchip and many others, so the technology is here, so you will not, he calls it, how do he cause it that? He's going to make it what? Talking about it's going to be mandatory, you can take it voluntarily. No, it's going to force it upon you very soon. And the only one that will not take it is the elect, the true believers of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. It says here, it says, and that mark also goes into that badge of servitude, etching, or scratching, etching, imprinted mark, a physical mark, So, man, we're here, man. It also goes into that Carax, the delivery system where they will apply to deliver that chip into your, in between your thumb into your index, in between that flesh, in between on your right hand or your left, pretty much anywhere on your body. Verse 17 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, or talking about this system. So we already know, we see now they have these smart cards. We all know eventually that this is going to go under your skin very soon. So you will not be able to buy or sell, make any type of transaction, be able to buy food, water, clothing, medical supplies, or whatever. You will not be able to do it. If you don't have this type of technology, being a participant of this system, we put it like that. So we're seeing that we're here, man. These things are right before our eyes, constantly merging. AI integration is happening right before our eyes. Smart this, smart that. So we're seeing that it's here, man. They want what? Total control, watching you 24/7, putting you in those 15-minute shit, which if I smart city. See how this is going? Verse 18 says, here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 603 scores and six. So, still talking about that system, barcode, QR code, tracking, tagging, for surveillance, Chi-Sty stigma, that digital oil, this branding, this physical mark, it's going to all of that, so we're coming upon that time. Everyone on the planet, is getting ready to be tried, and a lot of people are going to line up like clockwork, but they're saying, oh, I'm not going to take it, if you're not part of the elect, you're going to take it, so one thing about it, your faith is going to have to be strong, you're going to constantly have to what? Constantly trust and believe in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. The Lord is going to be our shield and buckler. So now let's go to our last and final script. Let's go here to Romans chapter 13. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. It says here, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So that's exactly what we're seeing. You know, it's high time to wake out of sleep. You know what I'm saying? It said now our salvation nearer than we believe. What great deliverance, you know, and also the second coming of our Lord and Savior. You know, so it's high time to wake out of sleep, man. We're here. These things are at the door. It's speaking loud and clear. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Instacart, grocery store AI shopping carts. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.